Good evening, everyone. Brian York. I wanted to do an update on the carburetor test stand. We just got the tank in Thursday, and I wanted to come out here and finish this thing up. I went ahead and put the caps on the ends. That way it's nice and sturdy and it don't move around. It doesn't tip around. It's nice. Everything's all good and tight. And what I did go ahead and do is take a piece of slotted angle. I think this is 1.5 inches. Anyway, you can get a long piece of it. I think it's 3 or 4 feet. You can get it at Home Depot, get it back in the section where they have like angle iron and threaded rod and stuff like that. Right now, I've just got this piece right here. It's not welded on yet, but I'm going to weld it. I've just got it strapped on. And the good thing about this is the slots are just right to where you can take your intake and bolt it onto this piece of slotted angle. And I want to put a carburetor on here, and I want to be able to get underneath here and take the bowl down, and then I want to be able to look and see how much gas I have in that to get the floats adjusted properly. So a lot of times if you have a float gauge, that works really well. I don't have a float gauge. One of these days maybe I'll buy one, but I usually just kind of do it by eye, and then I take the float bowl down and check it. Another thing you can do if it's a ct70, you can bolt the carburetor on here, and then you can put it all together and then check for leaks to make sure, let it sit here overnight and have a catch can down here. That way if something leaks, it's going to be in the catch can and not all over your table or anything like that. Now what I did was I went ahead and got this tank. This tank is great. It's an auxiliary tank. And the good thing about it is it's got this, I want to say tether or strap. And basically you can strap it on your handlebars and take this and hook it to your gas tank. Say you just bought a bike and the gas tank is really rotten inside or just really nasty, and you really want to get the bike running, but you don't want to spend 4 hours cleaning the tank. You can strap this thing on your handlebars. It's got a on-off for your fuel right here to turn it on and off. You can strap this on your handlebars, hook it to your carburetor after you get it clean, and you can adjust your bike and start it, do what you need to do. But this pipe here is, I think these pipes here are 3.5 or 4 inch, and then you got 3 T's here. I think these are 2 or 2.5 inch pipes. This is a 36 inch by half inch. All this is half inch pipe, and you can get all this pipe for about $20-25. And then the auxiliary tank was about $20. And then this piece of angle, I think I bought it in a stick. I already had it. I think you can buy the angle for less than $50. You could build this stand, and I'm telling you, it's going to be a lifesaver because you can check your carburetors before you put them on the bike. Well, I've got something to say, and there was a guy I have a ct70 channel on Facebook called Honda ct70 and ct70H only. There was a guy that got on there and said, if you have talent, you shouldn't have to rebuild it off of the bike. You know what? The guy was a jerk. I don't really care what he thinks. This is my method. If you don't like it, move it along. That's the way I work. I try to help people with these videos, and if you want to be a jerk, just move along because I don't have time for it. This is the way I do it, and I'm sure you all have better ways of doing it, but this is the way I do it. This is the way I check my carburetors, and so far over the years, I've done it successfully, and then that way when you go to put it on your bikes don't leak, because everybody knows that these carburetors are fickle, and sometimes you can get them really nice and get them perfect and get them on the bike, and I'll be dang, if your kickstand is leaning a little bit too far or something, it's going to change the way that your carburetor's working. So I've designed this, and if you really like it, comment below and tell me what you think. And maybe you have some other ideas to make my stand and improve it. I'm going to bring this over to you closer to the camera so you can get an idea. I got this tank off of eBay. It took me like 4 weeks to get the thing. It said it was only going to take 2 weeks, but due to COVID, you know, things are slowed down. So I'm going to bring this over to you and show you what this kind of looks like. And this here, like I said, you can take this here and unbolt it. And you can even put a Z50 intake on here. And then bolt your carburetor to this. That way you've got some way to, see? You just take it and just bolt it on there like that, basically. It's nothing really fantastic. Like I said, I just got this zip tied on here for now, but tomorrow I'm going to weld this on. I just wanted to get it on there to show you how it works and how it's going to work. It's going to be great. I used to just take this intake and put it in the vise, the screws in the vise, and hold the intake on and do it that way. But this is a much better piece. All right, I'm going to bring this tank over to you and let you look at it, see what you think. But this tank is pretty neat. It's got the petcock on it. I said I got them on eBay. I don't remember the seller. But you look up auxiliary fuel tank. I think you can find them. But, and then here's the piece right here. It's just a piece of slotted metal, you know. Slotted angle is what they call it. But it's got a bunch of holes in it. Universal. It's going to work out really well. You can put a Z50 intake on there. Pretty easy. But, anyway, I haven't done any videos for a while. I apologize because I've been super busy in the shop. I've got a Z50R I'm building. And I don't know if you guys saw the drag bike video. I'm putting out another video for that and show you some things that we're doing to that bike. And I'm going to be doing that probably the video right after this one. So y'all look for the Yorkie Moto videos. I've got several on there. I know some people have been trying to contact me and on the phone and trying to get a hold of me and asking me questions. A lot of times I'm really busy here in the shop, and most of the time if you can send me an email or go through Messenger, I can try to answer your questions. But I don't have time to sit and go through and talk to you on the phone for a half an hour or whatever. I don't have time for it. I apologize. I wish I did. But if you have any comments below, I will try my best to answer them, or send me a message on Facebook, Brian York on Yorkie Moto. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and look for my new videos, and y'all have a great evening.